Men stuff right there. Real men stuff.
No, man, because you don't know how this shit came together.
That's right. That's
You
right.
said you dropped the whisper on me.
Calvin, listen to me. What do you think that was going on in the corner? Was there too many voices in the corner?
No, it was a big misunderstanding.
Okay.
Tank was trying to explain what was going on with the half. And
Just like many boxers after their first loss or draw, Gervonta Davis has decided to part ways with his coach, blaming him for his performance against Roach. Calvin Ford, who has trained Davis for over a decade, got emotional during a live video, reflecting on the sacrifices he made to support him. Ford expressed his heartbreak, saying he's received little in return for his dedication. He believes Davis hasn't treated him fairly, making the split even more painful.
And he came to me and said, "Yo, we got to do such." See,
It's
hold
okay.
it back.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis expected Calvin Ford to be in his corner on March 1st, but the veteran coach had his own reasons for stepping away from this fight. Now, with the possibility of Ford's draw against Roach being overturned to a loss, he has officially been dropped from the team. For years, fans were used to seeing the familiar duo of Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellis guiding Davis. Much like other legendary fighter-coach partnerships, such as Canelo with Eddie Reynoso or Pacquiao with Freddie Roach. Their bond was a key part of Davis's journey. But when Barry Hunter stepped in to accompany Davis instead, it wasn't the sight fans were expecting.
So everything is good with Calvin because it's the first time he's not the head trainer in a while.
Yeah, for sure. Calvin, again, I said Calvin is pops.
People have been wondering what led to this change. Speaking with Fight Hub TV, Calvin Ford shared some insight. Davis recently headlined his second PBC Amazon Prime Video pay-per-view event at the Barclays Center, which featured an exciting lineup, including 2 light welterweight title fights. Like many, Ford expected a strong performance and was eager to see how Davis's training translated into the ring. Ford recalled that with Davis from Baltimore and Roach from DC, the two had spent a lot of time sparring together. He respected Roach's dedication and saw this fight as a great opportunity for him. However, Ford believes people might be misunderstanding the situation. "We're not changing anything," he said, explaining that he's simply stepping back while the overall training structure remains the same. The reporter also clarified that there's no falling out or breakup between Ford and Davis, just a shift in approach.
I mean, he will always be around. You know what I mean? So that's pops, like I said. So yeah.
People were curious whether this temporary separation actually strengthened their bond, like when family members spend time apart and appreciate each other more when they reunite. Coach Calvin Ford addressed this, saying, "No, he came to check on me, worried about me because he knows I spend time with my amateur fighters. That's my piece." Ford explained that even though he wasn't directly training Davis, just knowing Tank was staying focused and putting in the work reassured him. Being apart made them both value their connection even more. When Davis returned to the gym, Ford could tell the lightweight champ had missed him, just as he had missed Davis. Barry Hunter also shared a similar sense of reassurance about the situation.
Would be near is without me. I mean, without Calvin, it wouldn't be no me. You know what I mean? Because at first, when I came into the
In a recent interview, it was confirmed that Calvin Ford, Barry Hunter, Coach Boogie, and Kenny Ellis will all still be involved. While Ford and Ellis won't be in Tank's corner for this fight, they will remain part of his team, suggesting that this isn't a big issue. Hunter reminded everyone that changes in Tank's corner aren't new. He has been working with Davis since his amateur days and early career, so he's not an outsider to the team. Like Ford, he pointed out that misinformation spreads quickly online, and many people jump to conclusions without knowing the full story. He reassured fans that Tank is like family, and this situation appears to be just a temporary adjustment. When Davis returns in a few months, things could very well go back to the way they were before.
at DC, they call me Mo. Calvin is Calvin. You know what I mean? I got Calvin.
It was recently announced that Gervonta Davis and his longtime trainer, Calvin Ford, have parted ways after more than a decade together. Ford has confirmed the news, but several external factors seem to have played a role in this decision. Davis has remained silent on the matter, possibly due to his training camp commitments or simply his choice not to address the situation. Rumors had been circulating for a while, But until now, he has yet to speak on it.
Just did. We got off the canvas one. It ain't about the dub with me. It's about you got that will.
Leonard Ellerbe breaking his silence has shifted the story. It's no longer just about Calvin Ford's influence. It now involves Ellerbe himself. Since leaving Mayweather Promotions, Ellerbe no longer has to stay neutral between Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Now, he's fully focused on Davis. While his support has been valuable, Calvin Ford believes some of Davis's poor decisions can be linked to Ellerbe's influence.
Yeah, he already seen it.
He said, I can't
That's
get
the
hit
difference.
no more.
And Tank was holding the conversation. Tank said, yo, I'm about Tank can't every fight Tank come and tell me, I'm gonna knock him out.
Calvin Ford hasn't been too happy with Leonard Ellerbe constantly being around. Originally, it was just Gervonta Davis, Calvin Ford, and Kenny Ellis, a tight-knit team, even under Mayweather Promotions. Their bond was so strong that even Floyd Mayweather Jr. had to acknowledge it. But ever since they left Mayweather Promotions and Ellerbe became involved, their dynamic has started to change, putting their relationship at risk.
When I talk to him, I'm not talking to little Tank anymore. I'm talking to the grown man Tank. For being with him for so many years, it's amazing.
Gervonta Davis has been making questionable career decisions, and according to him, his trainers believe Leonard Ellerbe is the one pulling the strings. Davis claims his entire camp is against his close ties with Ellerbe, seeing him as someone who only sticks around when it benefits him. They point out that Ellerbe was loyal to Floyd Mayweather when there was something to gain, but once that changed, he shifted his focus to Davis. While Davis doesn't share this view, his team's frustration over the situation ultimately led him to fire his longtime coach, Calvin Ford. Leonard Ellerbe played a key role in growing Mayweather Promotions during Floyd Mayweather's career, helping to promote major fights like Mayweather vs. Pacquiao. He also played a big part in Gervonta Davis's rise as a pay-per-view star, even promoting Davis's recent fight against Frank Martin after being let go by Mayweather. Since parting ways with Mayweather Promotions in 2022, Davis has fought top names like Rolando Romero, Hector Luis Garcia, Ryan Garcia, and Frank Martin, some of the best in the lightweight division. Based on his success, it's easy to argue that leaving his former mentor was the right move. Boxing commentator Showbiz the Adult certainly thinks so. Meanwhile, Davis and Mayweather have been trading shots at each other on social media, keeping their feud alive.
It's a big fight. Right. And Tank's gonna get every last one of these guys y'all want him to get. You just can't get them all in one night.
Did you see what he tweeted at Shakur?
No.
After Gervonta Davis's fight against Frank Martin and Leonard Ellerbe's departure from Mayweather Promotions, a well-known boxing commentator broke down why leaving Mayweather was the best move for Davis. Yesterday, the YouTube commentator, known for his boxing insights, posted a short clip titled "Tank Davis leaving Floyd was the best thing for his career at first." It might seem strange. How could walking away from someone as big as Floyd Mayweather be a good thing? But according to the commentator, it all comes down to mindset. He explained that Mayweather thinks in terms of money above all else, and Davis's career has evolved in ways that make sense in hindsight. Interestingly, Calvin Ford may have unknowingly predicted this fallout. Before Davis's fight against Frank Martin, Davis skipped the media workout, leaving Ford to speak on his behalf. At the time, Ford made certain comments that now seem to have come full circle, playing a role in the tension between him and Davis. Now we understand why Calvin Ford said, "Watching him in camp scares me because of the things he's doing and his maturity. When he gets in that ring, he'll hurt Frank Martin." He saw Davis's intense focus, carefully listening and staying locked in. Speaking to Fight Hype, Ford also told people not to overanalyze Davis missing the media workout. But in hindsight, his words seem even more significant.
Oh, watching them in camp, it scares me. You know what I'm saying? Because the things that he's doing and his maturity of,
Calvin Ford addressed the fans, saying, "I want to apologize to everyone. The excitement had been building for over 90 minutes, but he had to break the news. Asterisk, he can't be here right now due to a delay, but trust me, he'll make it up to you on fight night. You don't want to miss the performance he's going to put on." He continued, "How long have y'all known Tank? I used to question him just like you do, but I stopped. I let him do his thing because that's what makes him who he is." I don't know how his body feels, just like how sometimes you don't feel like going to work. We're getting ready to show the world what's coming. When asked if Davis would attend the press conference, Ford remained hopeful.
A press conference. Let's look at history. Let's look at the stats.
For sure.
So, again, but how many times y'all came here, y'all, he did, one time he did show up.
I've never seen Tank miss a press conference. Let's look at history, let's look at the stats, Calvin Ford said, defending Davis's absence. Finally, Ford had a message for Frank Martin on behalf of his fighter, Gervonta Davis.
And for the fans, who do the conspiracy theory, there's no concerns,
No, we great. Yeah. We great. Trust me. Y'all want y'all guy to come out and put on that show for y'all.
We're back in business. We've been waiting for this for a while, Calvin Ford said about Davis's return after 14 months. We want to put on a great performance, for the fans, for everyone. That's the goal at the end of the day. Gervonta Davis has been making waves, and it's not just Calvin Ford who's noticed. Even Floyd Mayweather has felt it. Unsurprisingly, their conflict ties back to Mayweather, which played a role in the growing tension between Davis and Ford.
And I'm like, okay, I
Why would he like him? Why would he like him? He's a great fighter, but he's a horrible, horrible person.
Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis have a rocky relationship, and both seem determined to one-up each other. They share many mutual connections, including Leonard Ellerbe and Calvin Ford. Mayweather expected more loyalty from Ellerbe, considering their long history and the fact that Ellerbe only built a relationship with Davis through him. However, when Ellerbe tried to act as a middleman between Mayweather and Davis, Floyd wasn't having it. He wanted him to choose a side. In the end, Mayweather decided to cut him off.
So I'm sure that he ain't gonna change. He's gonna be who he is, and again, he don't bother me. I don't think 2 seconds about none of that because he's not on my.
Similarly, Gervonta Davis expected Calvin Ford's loyalty to be fully with him, given that Ford has been his trainer since day one. While Ford didn't exactly stay neutral, Davis wanted more. To Davis, Ford shouldn't have been passive or careful with his words whenever Floyd Mayweather's name came up. He expected the same open and direct attitude he himself had toward Mayweather. When Ford didn't meet that expectation, Davis made the decision to cut him off.
Fans watching this would be like, oh, why does Leonard feel this way? Like, I've been covering the sport. I know the relationship, but they're going to be
history will tell you everything you need to know about him.
After footage of the conflict surfaced, Calvin Ford had to address the tension between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis. During a virtual interview with FightHub TV, Ford stated that Mayweather should be happy to see Davis succeed as he reached his 30th career victory in 30 fights.
Be all right, man. Another thing I want to touch on is the Floyd situation. Floyd is Floyd. That's like I say, Tank is Tank, man. But
sadly, it's the other way around, Ford said. Like I always say, Tank is Tank, but at the end of the day, the man is chasing greatness. You should be supporting greatness. I always tell you that.
The man is chasing greatness. And you should be supporting that. I always tell you that. You should be supporting that.
Ford also pointed out that situations like this reveal people's true colors, and that's exactly what happened with Floyd Mayweather. It's a rocky road, and if you just pay attention, you'll see what's really going on. The story is going to reveal itself, he said. But that's just how a lot of people are. Someone once said, that's a person's true colors coming out, man.
It's a rocky road that we said what's going on. Just pay attention, man. The story is going to reveal itself. But again, that's how you burn.
They can't stand. I don't even like using that word, man, but our Lord knows. He knows, Ford said, wrapping up his thoughts. As diplomatic as Ford tried to be, his words still hit hard, and Floyd Mayweather wasn't willing to tolerate any more disrespect from Gervonta Davis and his team. Afterward, Davis's coaches shared their own views on Mayweather, and Ford finally spoke the way Davis had expected all along. In a clip posted on his Instagram, he revealed what had been happening behind the scenes, but by then, it was too late.
Why? You want him to lose? That's the question. Do you want him to lose?
As Gervonta Davis continues to dominate in the ring, his coaches are speaking out against Floyd Mayweather's actions, particularly his reported decision to bar Davis from his training facility at such a crucial moment. Davis's trainer, Calvin Ford, and assistant coach, Kenny Ellis, recently expressed their frustration in a video shared on Ford's Instagram. Ellis didn't hold back, openly questioning Mayweather's motives. If Tank is like a son to Floyd, why would you kick him out of the gym? This is the biggest fight of his career, and you ban him? Why? Did you want him to lose? That's the question. Do you want him to lose? The frustration in their voices was clear, as they painted a picture of what felt like betrayal.
Sometimes people do things without thinking, you know. It's like the situation that we supposedly got put out the gym. We kept it quiet from
Ford shared similar concerns, highlighting the emotional complexity of the situation. He recalled a conversation with Mayweather, where the boxing legend denied blocking Davis from the gym. However, both Ford and Ellis stood firm, insisting that Mayweather needed to be held accountable. Ellis even challenged the media to confront Mayweather directly. I would love for the media to ask him, what was on your mind when you put Tank out of the gym despite the tension? Ford still found a silver lining in the situation.
We went shopping, hanging out, having fun. I got a phone call. No, I called.
Reflecting on the situation, Ford saw it as a lesson within a lesson. What seemed like a setback turned out to be a blessing. Davis pushed himself even harder, and the results spoke for themselves. His knockout victory over Ryan Garcia in the 7th round cemented his status as one of boxing's elite fighters. Ford also acknowledged the emotional weight of the relationship between Mayweather and Davis, calling it a different type of beast. He added, that father-son, coach-fighter dynamic, it's emotional, you know? That situation, man, it's heavy.
He said, oh, hell no, that didn't happen. You know, so I let it go because I'm thinking somebody playing the game until we got back here. And then when we got back here, they said they couldn't let it in the gym.
Coach Calvin Ford revealed that he personally called Floyd Mayweather to ask why Davis was barred from the gym. However, Mayweather denied ever blocking him. Despite this, both Ford and Kenny Ellis held Mayweather accountable, with Ellis even challenging the media. I would love for the media to ask him, what was on your mind when you put Tank out of the gym? We're from Baltimore, man. No matter the situation, we stay 10 toes down. The grind doesn't stop. Ford, however, chose to focus on the positives. I remember that day clearly. It was a lesson within a lesson, he said. At first, we thought it was a setback, but in reality, it pushed us to overcome obstacles. What seemed negative actually turned out to be a blessing. In his Instagram caption, he echoed the same sentiment. You have to find the light within the darkness, and we did. In the end, it was a good thing.
We from Baltimore, man. In any situation, we stand 10 toes down. The grind don't stop.
According to Ford, the situation pushed Davis to work even harder, leading to his 7th round knockout of Ryan Garcia. Davis and Mayweather first crossed paths in 2015, 2 years after Davis made his pro debut. Mayweather spotted him during one of Adrian Broner's training camps, and that moment led to Davis joining Mayweather Promotions. From there, they worked closely together, with Mayweather determined to shape Davis into a superstar. Their bond was strong, built on a mentor-protege relationship.
Let's go, Ryan! He's gonna upset the world, though, man. Oh, yeah. I like seeing some upsets. Oh, yeah.
Ford is best known for his role in shaping Gervonta Davis's career, but his impact goes far beyond that. He co-founded the Upton Boxing Center alongside Kenny Ellis, creating a space where young boxers could train, grow, and prepare for major competitions like USA Boxing and the Junior Olympics. Without Ford's guidance, many of these young athletes might have taken a different path. His work has helped keep countless individuals off the streets, giving them discipline, purpose, and a shot at success.
Big knockout for Tank, 30-0, 28 knockouts. What did you guys think of Tank's knockout tonight?
I think it was amazing, bro.
Thanks to Ford's dedication, many of the young athletes he coached have gone on to achieve success, helping to revitalize boxing in Baltimore. His coaching philosophy, built on hard work, determination, and an unyielding pursuit of success, has been the foundation of it all. Beyond boxing, Ford's influence extends into pop culture. His life story even inspired the character Dennis "Cuddy" Wise in the acclaimed series The Wire, highlighting the impact he has had both in and outside the ring. At the core of his coaching approach is a commitment to discipline and resilience, providing structure and hope to those who need it most.
Knockout to me, because it looked so crazy on the video.
Dude, I gotta see it. I gotta.
You didn't see it?
I've seen it, but you know, it's a lot going on. Hold on, let's
Ford's dedication to nurturing young talent and transforming lives continues to be the driving force behind his coaching career. His story is proof that one person can make a lasting impact on their community, even in the face of adversity. Being a beacon of hope isn't easy, but for Calvin Ford, it's just part of his daily mission. And that's a wrap for now. For the latest updates on boxing news, key moments, and major events, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss out on quality content. Until next time, peace out.